Right now, humanity is at a threshold. After many millennia of playing out disconnection worldviews, cultures informed by disconnection consciousness, we are now sitting in the consequences of those accumulated effects, and we can see them everywhere. We can see it in our own bodies and our own health, in modern industrialized societies, our mental health, our sense of isolation, our longing for meaning and purpose. We can see it in our families, the strain on our families, how distributed families are, time together, intergenerational trauma that's still unaddressed, disconnection from ancestry and cultural lineage. In our organizations, we can see people still very much being related to as disposable, as being secondary to profits. In our societies, relentless othering and division, particularly in the United States at the time of this filming, is still so loud. And fascism and dictatorship still thriving. Again, also in the United States at the time of this filming. And on the ecological level, all of the consequences of consumption and production and non-recognition of the laws of life have created this circumstance of climate change. And at the same time, healing movements have been rising and amplifying in every single one of those arenas to address the pent-up tension and rigidity and fracturing and pain in our systems. And I know you're part of those movements. At this point in history, all of the blockage in these systems across all of the connective lines has risen to a cacophonous level, screaming at humanity. One of the consequences of that is there's raising awareness about what's so. Another is that it is stressful and exhausting and traumatizing. And another, amidst all of this turbulence, is that we are sitting in the conditions conducive to transformation. When so much is up in the air, things are malleable, and humans tend to tap in to reserves of courage that they didn't even know existed. This is the moment of now. So as we come together, may we ask, how do we address these disconnections and the approaches to systems healing most effectively? How do we resource ourselves, especially as dedicated workers, visionaries, leaders, and deep, sensitive feelers? And how can we uplift each other into a different vision of how our systems may be, something that has never existed before? How can we embark in this type of wayfinding into individual and collective aliveness together? That's the core of our why. In order to create large-scale systems healing and healing disconnection in our systems, we need to learn how to heal disconnection in ourselves. Because disconnection is not an idea, it's a feeling. And in order to change a feeling, we have to feel our way through it. And when we can do that on the smallest and the simplest scale of our own beings, then we can more effectively radiate it out through all of the scales of our interaction in our lives. The why of our work also is so individually specific to each of you. Why are you here? There's a uniting why in this circle because each of you is a heart-centered, high-performing leader who wants to know how to more fully inhabit your power to serve the whole. That is our shared inquiry. And then you have your own intentions guiding the specific flavor of what that looks like for you. And together we get to learn from each other and create a shared culture of experimentation around what that feels like. Because ultimately, this is serving a vision of work, getting to be a place of healing and creation and connection. Because if we can create healing and create connection in an embodied way in organizations, we'll be creating the conditions conducive to our collaboration, which is required to face these large challenges. We're creating conditions conducive to people standing in their truth, to question calcified power systems or places that people in nodes of power may be shutting down forward movement that would otherwise benefit the greater good. This is such a powerful why on so many levels, and it is my honor and my delight to be together on this journey because it's so fun. So that's our why. That's our North Star. Let's keep going.